It's time for the Dinner with Schmucks podcast.
So, do you guys like any podcasts?
A podcast about nothing and everything in between.
Now say sh and muck together real fast. Schmuck, closer.
With your hosts, Chris.
It's like throwing a softball down a well.
Yeah. Yajaira.
Yajaira ugly and she can lick my ass.
And Dieter.
I just kind of want to get laid and have a good time.
This is the Dinner with Schmucks podcast.
It's a bit naughty.
Part of the Moon Pigeon Podcast Network. Now, we are officially back, episode 109.
And we're back.
The Dinner with Schmucks podcast here.
Whoop, whoop.
Social distancing, and we've got...
You said social?
Social?
Yeah.
I heard social.
There you go. That's better.
Social distancing with Dieter in a box.
Dieter in a box.
That's me.
It's like classy, but affordable.
Yeah. Call now and you'll get free shipping on Dieter in a box.
Oh, there you go. I just realized that if we get a call, Dieter's not going to be able to hear it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, no one's calling, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, the only person that would probably call would be my mom, and I think she thinks we cuss too much. So
Yeah, well, she's watching, it looks
Is she?
like.
Hey,
so-
Mom.
Yeah, she is.
But anyway, yeah, so we are...
we'll try not to cuss too much.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
We are in week, I don't even know what, week 2 now. We're starting.
Day 8.
Day 8
Yeah.
of this social distancing here in Nepal.
The only I don't want to, and I think we agreed that we weren't going to spend too much time on this, but I will say the only
We
thing,
definitely have a segment for it.
the only thing worse than being forced to stay home in the name of humanity is knowing that there are other people in your life that live in different areas that are not. And you're like, fuck,
Right.
just stay home. Like, what is so important about your life that you can't just stay the fuck home? Like, we're doing it. We've already been doing
Yeah.
it for a week now.
And it's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, about the no cussing. Sorry.
Oh, good. I can hear the soundboard. Fantastic.
Well, good. That's the important part.
It is.
Yeah,
I was worried about that.
It's
It's super frustrating.
yeah, and
Yep.
I mean, even you I mean, the two of you can't stay home.
Oh yeah, no, but
No.
other than going to work, like
Well, yeah,
other
still.
than having to go to the front lines, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just come straight home.
No, I know.
Yeah. Same here.
So, but we're going to try to keep the coronavirus talk to a minimum. We do have a segment. We have our, what I've now called our obligatory coronavirus segment. And a couple of interesting stories or a couple of dipshits, however you want to look at it. And then we've got...
How
we've
do I
got
get to the Facebook Live part? Whatever, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. We've got a new Schmuck Files for you guys. We've got a new Dr. Dieter. Pieter presents his Talkback 16 segment of the week.
Yeah, and again, they're all the Talkback 16s are about coronavirus, so there wasn't really another option in that area.
Yeah, no, we couldn't avoid it there.
No.
But it's the people of Nepal, so it'll be good.
Yeah.
I would just say if it doesn't get said any other time, Dieter, you look more like your what are these little guys called?
Avatars?
Avatar.
Oh, yeah, because I'm growing this,
You're like
what you think...
porn facial recognition thing. Yeah.
That's right.
Good job.
Thank you. I'll back off now so I don't scare people. You like my saxophone light and the Eminem dude playing the saxophone?
Yeah, well, right now all I see is you
It's
stroking
you.
yourself, so
Gently.
the screen in front of us
There's
has a delay.
There's a John Coltrane, Miles Davis thing right here.
I told Dieter he should put out some flair.
Yeah.
So he grew up.
Well, I'm in
so
my
he didn't
practice
shave.
room, so it's... Yeah. No, I'm in my practice room. I mean, my horns are all... They're my saxophones.
Oh, I see. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. Professional.
So
It's official.
we got this
Yep.
episode. We're taking next week off, but we have an episode for you guys. An episode Dieter and I recorded with Vince Marone a couple weeks ago now. Some vintage stories of Scranton in there, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And a lot of alien talk and some conspiracy theories. So very different type of episode for us. And then we've decided, as long as this goes on and we're kind of cooped up like this and broken up in different places, we're going to try to do this like live, like every Wednesday starting on the 8th until they tell us we don't have to anymore.
Yeah. So you save yourself some mileage, man.
So yeah, that's true.
So the Dinner with Schmucks Facebook live streams are kind of back, at least for a little bit. So a lot of extra stuff goes into this, especially with the whole remote setup. So,
which is why I'm wearing a hat. I'm totally unprepared to be on camera.
Well, and you can't really see yourself anyway. You're kind of...
Because I'm in a hat.
And you're blocked by this whole contraption of a microphone.
The microphone.
But I do have the world's comfiest PJs on. So.
She's used to having a big black cylindrical object in front of her face.
That's how I got through college.
Boom.
Heyo.
Usually they're a little more brown. This is a little more charcoal.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You mean blurple?
Blurple.
Get the fuck out of here.
Speaking of blurple, I don't even know.
Yeah, what?
Let's talk about dinner.
Nothing to do with that. But dinner, we had chili and Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits, which apparently are no longer like free refills if you go there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they used to bring you them like unlimited, and now they're not unlimited anymore.
Yeah, I've only been to a Red
bogus.
Lobster once.
Oh, it's been many years since I've been to one.
Yeah. And that's when I was introduced to those biscuits because I'm not a seafood person. So I was like, why would I go? And they're like, they have chicken on the menu. I'm like, why would you go to a seafood place and eat chicken? That's gross. You go to a chicken place for chicken.
Would you go to a Burger King and order tilapia?
Absolutely, I would. If I had a hankering for it, I would.
It's all about the hankering.
God, I wish I had that clip in here. That's a great
But anyway,
clip.
so I finally did go to a Red Lobster and then, fell in love with the biscuits. I was like, oh my God, all my life, where have you been? Feed me more biscuits.
Nice.
Yeah. And then this one brought like a box home. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you buy them at
You
like
can just
the store or
get
the
the
Sam's
biscuit
Club.
mix?
You get like there's like
The
4
Econo
packs.
size, yeah.
Nice.
Which we used up the last of the 4, so that was the last of them.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, we still have a couple biscuits left. And
Yeah,
we still have some
I'm
chili
going to
left.
Sam's Club anytime soon.
Home delivery.
Yeah, I might take advantage of that.
That's when I need my iced tea. I'm doing home delivery.
Sheesh. Place is bananas. I
Yeah.
don't even want to know what it's like out there. I just don't understand the whole hoarding, the buying of everything. I just don't get it.
I know. Well, it's because people just freak out. I mean,
They expect everything to just shut down like a hurricane, would knock power. Like they think it's like something that's going to attack the system.
yeah. Well, that's because you got
It is
people
your respiratory system.
Yeah, well, because you got the commander in asshole up there saying that it's a war.
Oh yeah. Which
Oh, yeah.
apparently
It's a war.
I didn't watch this because I refuse to.
I don't watch him
to
anymore.
watch that stuff anymore. But apparently tonight he said in 2 weeks this is all the restrictions going to be lifted and we
Yeah,
lost
that's
it and came
retarded.
back. Yeah, exactly. Like meanwhile, Governor Cuomo said like 6 to 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
So we talked about dinner. I did make.
Oh, I didn't talk about my dinner.
What was you?
Oh, yeah.
What did you have for dinner?
Oh, well, so I got, like the last half hour of work, I got extremely nauseated and then I was nauseous at home. So I took some medicine for that and laid down for a little bit. And then my mom had made, thanks Mom,
Yeah.
an omelet and breakfast sausage.
Nice. So you had
So,
dinner.
so I had a piece of toast just to make sure I wasn't going to, blow chunks all over the table. And I kept that down. So then I had a little bit of sausage and like a little bit of, just like a little bit of omelet.
just a little bit of sausage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sausage.
Just the tip.
Sausage.
Just the tip.
Was it
Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean sausage?
It was not.
Aww.
Because I got 600 pounds of people here.
Little staunch girl.
I can't feed, she's a big girl. I can't feed all those people on
No pussy 12-ounce roll of sausage.
12-ounce roll of sausage.
Oh my god!
You gotta throw the
I
word
think my
pussy
mom
in there.
laughed.
That was the key to that whole rant.
Yeah.
Pussy, 12-ounce roll of sausage. Which they make the 16-ounce roll of sausage again. So Randy Taylor got his point across with the Jimmy Dean folk.
Is the price the same?
He said he wouldn't mind paying more. He just wanted to have the 16-ounce roll of sausage. He didn't want to buy two 12-ounces.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how to do math to break it up. And
well,
really,
what you do is you buy 3.
You'd have to buy 3 to kind of have it balance out. And, you know, that's
But that's hoarding, and we don't do that anymore. Limit 2.
No.
Which I went to the grocery store yesterday, right? I finally ventured into a grocery to do like legitimate food shopping because we hadn't. And I did like, you know, to get us through the week, not anything ridiculous. But I do like to buy myself TV dinners to take to work so that I have those, like if I don't, you know, whatever. So I always have like a meal on hand if I need it. And they had these TV dinners that were like on sale for $10. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll get 4 and that'll get me through the week. But then there was a sign next to it saying limit 2. So I was like, why even put them on sale then?
Manufacturer
Yeah, that's
sale.
bogus.
Manufacturer sale. Store limits.
Yeah. So I only got 2. And I did try to buy 3 cans of Rotel for tonight's dinner and something else. And I didn't even realize there was a sign saying limit 2. So the lady took one of my cans away at the checkout. I was like, really?
What?
Okay. My 59-cent Rotel.
Yeah, especially in Nepal.
Yeah.
You don't think there'd be a big demand for that?
Well, rules is rules. So she done took my Rotel.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Rules is rules. That might be a good episode name.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
How'd you like Sunrise Surprise?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That was good.
All right.
Everybody likes a sunrise surprise.
Oh boy, he's going with tonight's
that's what I
chili.
hear.
You're gonna get a surprise all night long. I don't make
Clark?
So funny, I forgot to laugh.
Clark, that's the gift
that keeps on giving the whole year.
You and your
Christmas vacation quotes.
yes.
Yeah.
I saw one today. I saw like his rant about you know, at the end of the movie after the jelly one thing, but it was kind of turned into like this whole thing, and then like it's like when the Easter Bunny squeezes his fat white ass through that door.
Yeah, I saw that
He's
too.
gonna
That was
find
good.
the jolliest bunch of quarantined assholes this side of the nut house.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Randy Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got going on there?
Nothing. My mama and Dieter are watching.
Oh, okay. Well, since we have
My sister's watching now too.
Oh,
What's
you
up,
go.
Erica? Big Schwess. That's her other nickname.
What is it?
So in German, sister is Schwester.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I shorten it to Schwess and call her Big Schwess, like
Big
big
Schwess.
sister.
Aw.
Yeah. And so brother is Bruder. And,
Brooder.
Yeah, and she calls me Little Brood.
Aw, that's cute.
You could just be Little B.
Yeah.
Lil B.
That'd be your new rap
That's-
name, Lil B.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever need a rap name.
No, it's happening now.
Oh, it's gonna be a
It's
thing.
gonna be
Oh.
Lil B and the Pickers.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you just make that up on the
I did
fly?
make that up,
Oh.
and that's your
it's
new
stuck?
name now.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
We can tell you made it up on the spot.
Lil B and the Pickers. Now that's a title name.
No boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely
You're right.
a contender.
You're right.
Do we want to get into the obligatory coronavirus segment?
Yeah, I mean we've kind of already started. So
Yeah.
this is what we're going to try to limit it to.
Well, I'm going to say one thing, and I'll see if remind me so that I can give you the link to post it or whatever. But breaking news is somebody that was out at the parade, the No Parade tested positive.
Oh, great.
Yep.
So we were out
So
there.
you two jokers are effed.
Yokels. These
Yep.
yokels.
That depends where they went.
That is true. But
Yeah, I was very happy. I mean, again, everyone, I'm never to be taken seriously because this is a horrible thing to say, but I was very pleased to see on the news that one of those idiot spring break kids that got interviewed and said, "Oh, I don't care, I'm just living for myself," tested positive.
Yeah.
yeah,
Assholes.
it's like idiots. These people are idiots.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so what do we
No,
got
that you can
here?
take seriously. I am actually happy that that person tested positive. You fucking jerk.
Yeah, screw you, jerk.
Yeah.
Good Christians at it again, making money off the coronavirus. Because if you can't make money off Jesus, you can get money off of diseases. Trump advisor Paula White wants money for her fake coronavirus hospital, in quotations. She's asking followers to send, quote, seed money in honor of a Bible passage that promises protection against pestilence and plague. Paula White, the evangelical pastor and spiritual advisor to Donald Trump, says her ministry is like a hospital and she's asking people to send her money for it. Except it's not a real hospital. We are a hospital to the sick, White said over piano music during an online coronavirus prayer session, quickly adding that it's for, quote, not necessarily the physically sick. White.
Well,
mentally sick, just like her.
Yeah.
She's talking to the right people. Yeah.
She's like, not only am I the CEO, but I'm also a patient.
Yeah, exactly.
White, who leads Trump's Faith and Opportunity Initiative, then asked followers for, quote, seed money for those who espouse the so-called prosperity gospel that typically means giving money in the belief that some form of larger prosperity will then be returned to the giver. Maybe you'd like to send a $91 seed, and that's just putting your faith with Psalm 91. That psalm refers to being saved from, quote, deadly pestilence and plague. White
I got a seed they could have for free.
Oh my God! White also suggested sending
white.
$9.
It is white.
Or whatever God tells you to do. Adding
Turns yellow later on, though.
Oh, Jesus! Don't forget, now is not the time to abandon your covenant with God. It's a time that you go deeper. That's what she said. Stand with your pastor. All right.
You want to listen to this?
Let's listen to the coronavirus prayer.
Con artist. Part 2.
We do so much, not just from a humanitarian standpoint, but the greatest thing we do is bring spiritual truths that transform. What we do as ministers of the gospel is so vitally important because every single day we are a hospital to the sick, not necessarily the physically sick, though we also help take care of that. Many churches have health centers, etc. But we are a hospital.
I heard that.
For those who are soul sick.
You need some Excedrin.
Those who are spiritually
She's
sick.
giving me a migraine.
Because we bring forth the word of God and we bring forth truth that gets deep down in your soul in the way you think and you feel about things.
In your soul.
Maybe you'd like to sow a $91 seed, and that's just putting your faith with Psalm 91.
I didn't realize the article was the transcript.
If you want to be a blessing to Paula White Ministry or City of Destiny,
I do not.
You can go to the website at
It's a hard pass.
paulawhite.org. We would love for you to help us and stand with.
No.
All right, the end.
Nope.
Exactly. Nope.
Was it Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore that went, oh yeah, that'll be great?
Sounds like a Happy Gilmore type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like he did with his production company, Happy Madison. That way you hit them both.
There you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You just call it the wrong name.
Yep.
The Netherlands closes, quote, coffee shops as part of a coronavirus spread prevention.
So we all know what coffee shops are.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands.
Is that where you get your ganja?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get your medicine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Shortly after 5 p.m. on Sunday, the governor of the Netherlands issued an urgent decree to control...
Government.
What did I say? Governor?
Governor.
Sorry.
Governor.
Governor of the Netherlands issued an urgent decree. I'm going to just read it all any kind of way.
In
Who
a
cares?
Cockney accent.
I wish I could do it. I can't.
Just do it anyway. The worse, as bad as it is, it'll be funnier. Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a shot. Shortly after 5 p.m. on Sunday,
Governor.
the government of Netherlands issued an urgent decree. To control the coronavirus outbreak, virtually all restaurants and bars were being ordered to shut their doors till April 6th. I can't. 6th, effective less than an hour later at 6 p.m. Included in the ban.
I'm sorry. My favorite part is that the pitch of your voice goes way higher when you're doing the
because
accent.
British women all talk up in that range.
No, that's just the Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's just how guys talk when they try to be British
Mrs.
women.
Doubtfire?
Yeah.
All right. Included in the ban were the famed, quote, coffee shops which sell more pot than pots of Joe. Within minutes of the announcement, lines stretched around the block at shops across the Netherlands as stoners sought to stock up on enough. Now I can't even read English.
Are you high?
I'm so high. I am high.
Yajaira just got back from the coffee shop.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, I'm delirious, is what I am. Stoners sought to stock up
every day
on enough weed to get them through weeks of quarantine. Quote, we were going to get groceries and saw a huge line in front of the coffee shop. Said, what is this guy's name? Guntar's Upis?
Guntar's
Upis, a student in Amsterdam. We decided to get some too before it closed. Almost as soon as the lines popped up, another group hit the streets, illegal dealers. While marijuana is tolerated in the Netherlands, it's never been fully legalized, and selling it outside of official channels is a crime. But that didn't stop suppliers from working them lines at the coffee shops where they could be seen passing out cards with their phone numbers and promising prompt deliveries at about 3 times the price.
They're doing it with toilet paper and sanitizer. Shit.
That's true.
Now they got a problem with people price gouging weed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, you always have a problem with that.
Well, yeah. What else is new?
Anyway. It would, let's see. Pot stores could reopen for carryout as long as customers maintained a sufficient distance from one another. It will just be like picking up a pizza.
What I can't understand, in this state, all the state liquor stores are closed, but the beer dispensaries are all beer distributors. Are all still open.
The only thing I can think of, honestly, is that if people are like alcoholics and you dry them out abruptly, they will die. Like, that is such a dangerous thing to cut somebody off of beer.
Yeah, Governor Wolf was talking about. Yeah, Governor Wolf was talking about that yesterday, maybe. That he said he was going to revisit that, like some other states did, because someone brought it to attention that it's actually a medical concern. It's not just it's not non-essential for people who are legit alcoholics. That's essential.
Yeah. That's
the only thing. That's what I thought of. I was like, oh, they just don't want people like having seizures in the street, because that's literally what will happen if you draw something out like that. Just dry them out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think if you're an alcoholic, this isn't new. I'm sure you've got 2 weeks worth of alcohol in your house. Yeah. Or look, if they said, we're shutting this shit down, if you're a drinker, go stock up, and you have a deadline. And go get it.
They might not have any money, and then they're going to start stealing.
Wow.
Well, look, I went to the liquor store. So the liquor store right by us, I think they closed Friday night at 8, like for good until this is over. And I went in there after work, and it's a good size wine and liquor store, one of the big ones. There were maybe 3 other customers in there. Shelves were full. It was totally chill. I was like, I expected it to be Armageddon in here.
Yeah.
No, that's at Walmart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or Woolworths in Australia, like we saw last week.
Oh, yeah. All right, is this our last
episode? It's going to be like it's going to be the monkeys in Thailand in there.
Oh, yeah. If it's not already.
Yeah, throwing a 6-pack on the floor.
Yeah.
All right. This article reads, and we saw this one. This was bananas.
I didn't watch this live. I watched it like probably a half hour after it happened. I couldn't believe this.
It's like shocking.
And then I posted something about it, and then I further couldn't believe the people that were defending him.
People who defend this idiot are idiots. Like, I have no other explanation for it. Like, none.
No,
none.
I agree completely.
But this is when Trump lashes out at the reporter for stating facts. And that's when he always gets pissed, when you start using like data, when it's not just when you just say something and he can like talk his way out of it.
To put a positive spin on things, maybe giving Americans a
from his
sense of hope.
No, I don't think so.
Daily briefing, since he can't do his daily rallies.
So I think that I think it's got
the not yet approved drug.
Such a lovely question. Look,
who says that?
It may work and it may not work. And I agree with the doctor what he said. May work, may not work. I feel good about it. That's all it is, just a feeling. I'm a smart guy.
Look at that,
I feel good
You're
about
not
it.
a smart guy.
And we're going to see. You're going to see soon enough. And we have certainly some very big samples of people. If you look at the people, you have a lot of people that are in big trouble. And this is not a drug that obviously I think I can speak for from a lot of experience because it's been out there for over 20 years.
You've had malaria.
So it's not a drug that you have a huge amount
only
of
way you
danger
have experience.
with. It's
You have
a
It's actually a very dangerous medication, and I have been on it.
Unbelievable monumental effect, like kill you. We're going to know very soon. And I can tell you, the FDA is working very hard to get it out. Right now, in terms of malaria, if you want it, you can have a prescription.
No, just take
it. You get a prescription. And by the way, and it's very effective.
No, you can't. Pharmacies are already out.
Feeling you may, and I'm not being overly optimistic or pessimistic. I sure as hell think we ought to give it a try. I mean, there's been some interesting things happened and some good, very good things.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what happens. We have nothing to lose. You know the expression? What the hell do you have to lose? Okay?
So what do you say to Americans who are nearly 200? I'll just follow up. Nearly 200 dead. What do you say to the Americans who are scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead. 14
this just makes me so mad.
Sick. Millions, as you witness, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism, and the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast, I call it Concast. Let me just, for whom you work, let me just tell you something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works.
They're not even phased
it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot. Let's see what happens, John.
Can I get back to the science and the logistics?
You're be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, Jazzman.
Oh, stop calling him that. It's crazy.
Oh, my God. I just want him to disappear from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm afraid to say what I want to happen because, like,
we're live.
Like they will break down these doors and they will take me away from you and my child, and I can't risk that because I honestly think like something I say, even though we have amendments that are supposed to protect that, I don't think my opinion. Well,
that's all being put on hold right now during this outbreak, according to the Department of Justice. So. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been paying attention to him now lately because like it's
too much.
It's his rallies, it's his daily hate and lie rallies. He's doing them now.
Well, that's
on
what.
TV. But
I mean,
is
that's
he
what they
really not
said.
letting the doctor talk anymore?
No,
he's letting him talk, but he contradicts him.
Well, I thought I heard him that he's not allowed to talk anymore. That's something I read today, but that could have been.
Oh, well, he was talking earlier today, but maybe,
I remember reading something about he was going to be saying something today, but I also read something like this is probably the last time he says anything because he's going to end up contradicting the president again, and then you're just not going to hear from him anymore.
Yeah, no, and he needs to protect his pension, and
I don't know how that stuff could be at stake, though.
Yeah, it's
like
because Trump fires everyone that doesn't just toe the party line and go along with his bullshit.
No,
he doesn't want to get fired.
But can't he resign and keep it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
lasted through a number of administrations. He'll just get hired by the next one again.
Yeah. Well, I know shortly.
He'll only be out of work until January.
Shortly after.
We hope.
When Trump did win the election,
if he fires him?
Months after, like the guy that was head of the ethics division or whatever, stepped down.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've gone through I don't know, he said 5 administrations, and he's like, I see the writing on the wall. I want no part of this. And I'm like, how did we not make a bigger deal of that? Like how I can't.
You got swept under the rug with the next. He's loving this. This is taking all the pressure off of him on all the other shit that's been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he loves this. I told you guys the other day, I go, this stupidity wasn't an accident with this. This is all planned.
Yeah, but there's the fact that we know that people are going to die because of this. And
he doesn't care.
And he doesn't care. And the people that support him don't care.
No.
They'll
support him on their death. Like another meme, or it wasn't even a meme. It was a cartoon. I don't know, from New Yorker or something. It was a cartoon of him standing next to a guy, basically on his deathbed, trying to catch his last breath. Mm-hmm. And it's like, boy, can you believe how badly I have it with the way the media's treating me?
Oh my God.
And this guy's, gasping his last breaths because of this virus, because of
totally accurate.
Because of that reporter's terrible question.
Yeah.
nasty
and sensationalism by using facts, by using numbers.
Yeah.
Which, when you look at it now, those numbers are so far wrong.
That was
anyway
a couple
now.
days ago, and those numbers are totally off now.
Yeah.
So, well, I think we can call that our coronavirus recap.
Yeah.
For the week, with the exception of the Talkback 16 thing we got coming up here.
Hashtag alone together. Hashtag wash your damn hands. Stop touching your face. And if you have to sequester yourself for 14 days to protect the rest of humanity, do it. You're not that fucking important. Like, how many times do I have to say that? You are not that important that you can't just stay home for 2 weeks. Like, maybe it's because I grew up the way I did, but staying at home for 2 weeks wasn't a big deal. Like, we stayed at home all summer. We didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
My mama went to work. Me and my brother stayed home. Like, it can be done. It can be done. There's enough Netflix. Like, this generation is, like, if this is the biggest thing we have to go through, it's not a fucking war.
Yeah.
But it won't be.
Who fucking who? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you've got Netflix, you got DoorDash, you will survive. You've got Amazon, like, give me a break. Like, this, you will, we're already halfway through. And I don't
know how many.
How do you see, but you say that.
Yeah,
we don't
know
believe
if
that.
we're halfway through.
Now you sound like Trump. Oh, we're halfway through. It's going to be over in 2 weeks.
No, but I'm just saying it's doable. Like, we could say, because people that have been exposed.
There is literally Republicans suing Democrats to have all of this stuff overturned so people can just roam freely. This will go on
regardless of
so
the
much
state
longer.
mandates. Regardless of that, I'm saying, if I was exposed to this, the doctor would tell me for 14 days you need to be separated from your family. So that's what I'm saying. That we are on day 8 of 14. It's doable, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but every day you leave the house again. Like, so it's
right.
But you see
our
that
14 day is like a rolling.
Your 14 days just keeps.
But I have not been exposed to somebody with a confirmed.
Exactly, and that's what we all. None of us have been, but
no,
we don't. You know, that's So, in fact, there's somebody else that I won't mention a name on here, but somebody both Dieter and I know. He posted today that he had like 103 something fever. He went to the. He lives in New York, so even where he lives in the city, went to the local med spa, whatever. They're like, yeah, you hit all of our questionnaire points, but you're only in your mid-30s. And you don't have a medical history, just go home and keep yourself to yourself.
Right, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, regardless.
But they didn't even swab him?
No, he never got tested. They just said, yeah, you probably have it. Just go contain yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because there are not enough test kits.
Well, I know. We know that.
So, what I'm saying is, if you test positive, that's what they're going to tell you. So that's what they're saying. They're like, we're assuming you're positive. We're not even going to test you. Let's just act as if you are positive, and that's the rule. That's what you have to do. So that's what I'm saying. So all these states that haven't mandated their citizens to do it, Florida, that's why the numbers keep growing exponentially, because people won't just stay home to prevent the risk of being put in that category. And that's what is so frustrating to me, is you're not sick. Super. Fucking stay home for 2 weeks. And if everybody does it, it flattens that curve out. And it exponentially decreases the probability of the numbers spiking.
Can I ask a question?
But nobody will do it unless somebody somebody quote in charge, who that guy's an idiot. That's the governor right now of Florida.
Oh well, yeah.
And I know his mama, and she should be ashamed of herself.
The people, but our governor is doing it here, and people are still ignoring it because they think it's unconstitutional.
But the number of people that are complying are way more than the ones that aren't.
So, if this thing lives, and we said we were done with this, and we're still going. If this thing lives like everywhere and can live for a long time, like, what's going to make it go away?
It can stay. Like the reading I did. The reading I did said that it in. If you heard something different, Dr. Dieter, please clarify for us.
No.
But the reading I had was that it can stay on inanimate surfaces for up to 3 days. So if you disinfect, that will kill it. If you don't disinfect, after 3 days, it won't be viable. But that's why the hand washing is so important. That's why not touching your face is so important. That's why keeping the 6 feet apart from people is so important. That's why covering your coughs are so important. And that's why staying the fuck home is so important. So that you don't... Yeah. Because you can say, I can wash my hands all day. My neighbor could be a dirty slob. And boom. Who never washes their hands, who coughs in their hands, who picks their nose. And then just as easily, I could catch it. It doesn't matter that I washed my hands 42 times already.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why.
By the way, neither one of you saw me, but when you were saying "don't touch your face," I stuck my hands in like every opening on my face. Yeah.
Damn it, Dieter! You should have done that right here.
But then I'll stick them in other openings, and that's not good.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll see. We'll be back live in 2 weeks.
Allegedly.
Maybe Dieter will be right here.
Yeah.
Maybe
that'd be nice. You know what?
Right there.
As cool as this is, I really miss being in the studio with you guys.
It's the bobbleheads, right?
Yeah, and it's so much harder for me to interrupt you, Yajaira, like this. When I'm right there, it's easy. I can just boom. But here, like, because there's there's a little bit of latency, and
although this seems to be working a little better than when we just do straight phone call. I don't know. It doesn't sound quite as goofy,
choppy,
but or as loud. It just gets extra loud, but whatever. So that's our coronavirus minute. Let's we brought up Florida, and we're gonna focus on Florida tonight.
Yay!
For our Schmuck Files, because why not?
Why not?
It's time for the Schmuck Files.
What am I, a schmuck on wheels?
A weekly look at all the stable geniuses that grace this planet we call Earth.
Huh? They're calling her a serial pooper.
Oh, the grown man that just went to the bathroom behind the bleachers.
A woman accused of DUI on a horse is speaking out.
Get the cold coffee.
Go there. I meet with my attorneys there.
Defecating on the school's track every day.
Right here on the Dinner with Schmucks podcast.
Better to be king for a night than schmuck for a lifetime.
No joke, I found on like some news channel, they do some segment similar to this, and they use this music as the background.
Cool.
Some station in Florida.
Oh boy. So is this the headline right here?
It's in Fort Myers.
A man denies sucking hospital's patient's toes.
You know what the logo?
It wasn't my dad.
You know what the logos call that place? Fort Misery.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Afraid.
I know a lot of locals, and I never heard that.
Well.
It's a dark room with a dark male at the foot of her bed. Don't know what she's like. I can understand. I'm not gonna sit here and act like you know what I'm saying. But I'm not trying to do that.
No, I don't.
Fired and sent to jail after a patient accused him of sucking her toes.
When the security came and got me, I was like, what's going on? And they're like, just come with me.
France Belderin says Monday night while working as a sitter at Gulf Coast Hospital, a mishap with his phone led to a massive misunderstanding.
If I offended her in any way, I apologize.
He says he dropped the phone under the patient's bed, but ended up touching the patient while getting it.
My hand's on the bed. Yes, it's close to her, but I'm reaching to get my phone.
According to his arrest report, the patient at first thought it was a nurse, but then felt wet in between her toes. That's when she told deputies she saw Belderin on his knees, bending over her feet.
It makes me look crazy or creepy, and I'm not. I'm not that type of dude.
The 23-year-old says the incident cost him his job and reputation. Belderin says he's innocent.
Reputation.
To clear the air before his life.
Well, because he had a reputation for sucking good toe.
But there won't be if I get hit with this felony.
That does suck. And honestly, he didn't do it.
You ever suck a toe in the hospital?
No.
What about you, Dr. Dieter?
Never.
Not once. I don't think I've ever sucked a toe, period.
We'll have to change that.
Are you into that?
I mean, I actually don't know if I've ever had a toe sucked.
Yeah.
I've licked on a toe before.
Yeah, you know what? Now I think about it, I think somebody has sucked my toe, but
me.
it weirded me out. Was it you?
Yes.
Was I weirded out by it?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while, I guess.
When did you do that?
Probably early in our relationship.
Was I drinking? Because I don't even really remember.
No, I don't think. No.
Then it wasn't very memorable. Maybe you could call this guy and get your skills up.
Well, yeah. Go to.
Jeez.
Fort Myers.
Yeah. Fort Misery.
I'll have my. I don't remember. That's so lame.
Because you were unconscious. That was after he roofied you.
Maybe. Oh my god.
You got the old Bill Cosby.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
We could joke about that now, right? We're long enough past that.
Is it too soon?
I don't care. I'm going to joke about it no matter what.
Oh, what do we got going on here?
Oh, this guy.
So we're
tackles a church deacon.
Still in Florida. I forgot where this is. Pompano Beach. So a man decides to tackle a church deacon during mass.
All right, so let's see this. Is there any?
It's kind of infuriating, you know. It's just, you know, that all this stuff is going on out there, you know. It's just not safe.
Oh, there's no audio?
It happened suddenly.
There's audio only in one channel. Are you not hearing it?
Watch again as a man tries to tackle a deacon.
It's
was
okay.
during a Saturday evening service at St. Coleman Catholic Church in Pompano Beach as Deacon George LaBelle was speaking. That's him addressing the congregation, walking from side to side. Then moments later, this guy on the right gets up out of the pew and charges. They tussle and church members hop to their feet to help.
Dang!
Like, what the fuck? Deacon LaBelle.
Naturally trying to defend him. And you don't know what's going through the guy's mind.
Don't start none, won't be none.
Sure, you've charged one count of battery, disturbance of peace.
Thomas Eisel arrested and in front of a judge in bond court over the weekend. Court records show he is on probation, convicted after a 2017 arrest for battery on a person over the age of 65.
Fucking loves to beat up the old
charges
people.
Are battery and disturbing the peace. And after this in-service stunt, the judge deciding Eisel will stay behind bars.
No bond hold.
Well, maybe you need to stay in timeout, son.
That guy just gets off on beating up old people. I don't get it.
I don't even know.
But
I wonder, you don't ever get to find out, what was the reason? Was there some kind of history between the two? He just randomly went to a church and tackled a guy?
Sounds like he likes to beat up old people. I don't know.
That guy probably molested him.
Yeah, right? And then in that case, he'd be like, oh.
Do deacons molest? I thought that was only the priests.
I don't know.
What's the difference between a deacon and a priest? I don't know any of the terms.
Yeah.
Like rabbi, deacon, priest, father.
I think a deacon is just like someone.
Like
I thought it was like a bridge that took you to Yankee Stadium.
That's Are you talking about the Major Deegan Expressway?
I think so.
Which is really just I-95 going through Manhattan and the Bronx.
Yeah,
but no, I think a deacon is just like a church official, but not the
high guy.
Then what's an altarman? Wait,
altar boy?
No, not an altar boy.
Oh no, but that guy was giving the service, so I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. So there's a lot of religious that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to talk to the very smart man. I'm sure he knows everything about religious.
Oh God.
And no, well, I mean, some people like to call him God.
Oh geez.
Who?
Don't.
He's the smartest man in the country right now.
You better repent.
Oh, right.
Before you go to sleep, or else you're going to hell.
Yeah.
All right, Hendry County.
I don't know where Hendry County is.
Me neither. A woman high on laughing gas arrested.
Why can't I click on these links?
I don't know.
You can.
Woman high on laughing gas arrested for smuggling bath salts into jail. Let's see.
It's always good when bath salts and somebody from Florida get mixed up.
It's like the state flower.
I know nitrous oxide, you've heard it's called the laughing gas, so that was another piece of evidence to go with the case.
Being giddy with uncontrollable laughter sounds like a good thing, but it landed one woman in a Hendry County jail cell.
Look at this stuff. Bricole Renke was found with more than 90 canisters of laughing gas, as well as cocaine and bath salts in her car. Deputies say she was so high she couldn't even get the car window down. Zach Barrett is live in Hendry County, where the sheriff says
that's hilarious.
Never seen something like this before.
When that Hendry County Sheriff's deputy approached that woman on that Sunday morning, he said she couldn't keep her eyes open, couldn't stop laughing, or even roll her own window down.
You had to go behind the glass for that one guy?
In a 60.
Yeah. Made contact with a female who was obviously under the influence of something. Her speech was very slurred. She was very out of it.
According to the arrest report, the deputy asked the woman to get out of the car, and she wasn't laughing when deputies found over 90 cans of nitrous oxide just lying around.
Just say we have people, we've pulled over for being impaired on canned air, different things, but straight canisters of nitrous like this, I've never seen.
To call those cans
she wasn't
or
getting
canisters is a little much.
Or making whipped cream, which is technically what these small canisters are used for. She was using them
for doing whippets.
Whippets.
The effects are very harsh.
The nitrous is a gas. So it's gaseous in its form that's inhaled, it's damaging everything.
Dr. Susan Hook says using nitrous oxide to get high is nothing new in smaller scales. Sometimes it's known by its street name, whippets.
Uncontrollable laughter,
red balloons,
giddiness, dizziness, just, you'd probably see a person and think they're on something.
But nothing like this.
Because ultimately this can kill someone.
Dr. Hook is warning parents to keep these laughing gas cartridges away from their kids.
How does
but when we asked why someone would
that
do
lady
it,
was grown as hell.
Yeah.
It's bad, and people will die.
Okay, no follow-up from that guy. He just ended the interview.
The end. I got
work.
the story. All
right.
That's
the reporter Trump wants in front of him at his briefings.
Yeah, just shuts up.
Because that's good reporting right there.
That was NBC, which is Concast.
All right, take it.
I still don't know where that place is, though.
Hendry County?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll look it up. But taking it to Clearwater, Florida. Woman arrested for voter fraud. I can't stop yawning. I'm
you
sorry.
don't have to bring it up every time.
Oh. Yeah. Woman arrested for voter fraud. I wonder what party she's affiliated with.
Oh, yeah, this is of no surprise.
New at 7 tonight, new information about a woman accused of voter fraud. Authorities arrested Cheryl Hall, accusing her of tampering with voter registration applications by changing people's party affiliation from Democrat to Republican. As News 6 investigator Mike DeForest shows us, the woman was extremely active with Lake County Republicans.
Cheryl Hall was involved with the local party, but tonight I'm told Lake County Republicans are in the process of removing her from their organization, saying they do not condone the activities she's accused of doing.
Sure.
No one answered the door at Cheryl Hall's Claremont home. Tonight, Hall is facing felony charges for allegedly submitting fraudulent voter registration applications to the Lake County Supervisor of Elections.
This is the whole stack right here.
Authorities say they've identified 10 voters whose party affiliation was changed from Democrat to Republican, but there could be other victims. Hall frequently posts about her voter registration efforts on her Facebook page. That same page includes numerous photos of Hall posing with prominent Republicans, including Governor Ron DeSantis, Senator Rick Scott, Donald Trump Jr., Sean Hannity, and Roger Stone. She was also photographed with Lake County Election Supervisor Alan Hayes. Hayes, who notified law enforcement about the voter fraud, tells News 6, "We happened to be at events at the same time. We never collaborated on anything." According to sheriff's officials, Hall was collecting voter registrations for a third-party organization called Florida First. A representative tells News 6 Hall was paid hourly. She was not paid per voter application. Authorities have not disclosed a possible motive for the voter fraud.
Much money if she was.
In a Facebook post discussing her work with Lake County Republicans, Hall wrote that they are getting ready to bring our president to the finish line. The chairman of Lake County Republicans described Hall as a rank-and-file member who once served as a district representative helping get out the vote efforts. But when it comes to Hall's alleged fraud, Lake County Republicans insist she was not doing this for us.
Sure,
the Lake County Supervisor of Elections tells me he personally contacted Florida's Secretary of State to alert her about this voter fraud. At this point, he says there is no indication that Hall was involved in similar activity in other counties. Mike DeForest, News 6.
There you have it.
So
Thanks, Florida.
Counts of voter fraud.
Another handful of schmucks from the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
Florida.
It was a little tough to find non-coronavirus stories for stupid people. But Florida...
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what, in general, like, I watch the news every night, like, you know, whether 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and then... Yeah, just because I'm home eating dinner at that time and it's on, you know. But, like, for the past, like, 10 days, like, even if there were things happening, they wouldn't be covering it. But there's literally nothing happening, especially locally, because everybody's at home. Yeah. Like, there is no news. None. And on top of that...
went down.
The weathermen, you know, I would say, the weathermen, they can use their failed forecast for today... You know, or they can use that as an excuse for their failed forecast today. But they always suck. Yeah. They're always wrong.
Yeah, I commented to Ryan Weber earlier. He posted a photo and I go, I don't know. To me, 3 to 6 inches of snow just isn't the same as it was when I was a kid.
Yeah. Dude, it was a mess up here, though, today.
By the end of the day, it got, like late in the day, we got like a messy, like wintry mix, which left like slush everywhere. But up until that, it was a dusting that melted by like noon.
Oh, dude, no, I woke up at 7:30. It was lightly snowing, and then there was stuff coming down all day. At some point, it was like a mist, but other than that, there may have been rain mixed in, but it was either full-blown snow or nasty sleet. And that shit fell all day.
That didn't happen here, and the sun was out like dinner time here.
The roads were not touched. Like, fuck you, PennDOT. What do you all have the goddamn coronavirus? Like, you can't get a truck out on the road in 8 hours? What is that?
When I took the dog out, because we have PennDOT station across the street, across of our closed road up here, they were out there plowing.
Wow.
It looks like the Burrow hit like with some cinders once on our road, and that was it.
Yeah, there was nothing up here. Nothing.
Yeah, these storms are always so weird this time of year. You know, it's kind of like the last storm.
Yeah.
It better be.
That's how it was last year. It happened like a year ago, like 2 days ago, where like we got dumped on like one day.
Oh, yeah.
I remember because I saw it on my Facebook memories. And
all I know is I only had to shovel the driveway once this year.
You keep saying that. Like that's like...
I shoveled it a bunch of times last year.
Do you know how many times I ever had to shovel snow in Florida?
Yeah, you know how many times I had to put up hurricane shutters here in Pennsylvania?
Oh, fine, whatever.
Touche. Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
So, all right, Dieter. Well, you want to introduce our... Did you see the logo? I can't remember if I sent this logo out to you guys. Yeah, I did. That's right.
Dr.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
Pieter
I dig it, man.
The Talkback 16th segment of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
So what do you got for us?
It's everyone complaining about coronavirus, either not staying home or it's just a bunch of crap.
So just hit play?
Yeah.
All right. Will you be able to hear this?
Yeah, he should.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just that one only had one channel.
Gotcha.
In today's Talkback 16, a possible use for closed schools and reporting during the pandemic. We begin with a viewer annoyed that so many people aren't heeding the governor's order to stay home.
What is 3 weeks, of staying home? It could be the difference between life and death. People need to start thinking a little bit more before they venture out. If you absolutely 100% need something, by all means. But if you don't, please stay home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an idea about all these hospital beds that we're all losing because of this. Why don't they take some of these schools that shut down, put some people in there? They already have cafeterias to make meals for them, and then they can sanitize when they're done.
Yeah,
I am
why
so
not?
glad you guys are working. I appreciate it. Thank you for being out there on the front lines for us, for coming in for us and informing us. We need to be informed. If you're sick and tired of watching it, turn it off. Put it back on later. I do it.
I just love Kurt Aaron. At least he gives the weather and doesn't talk about the virus.
Because he's a weather guy.
Julie and John, great job in keeping us up updated with this dreadful, dreadful situation.
We are all doing our best, and you can call Talkback at 1-800.
All right.
Yeah, so that was kind of lame, but
yeah, it's to your point. It's so hard to find. I mean, there are enough dumb people, but like,
yeah, there's just nothing else going on.
No, exactly. Yeah. Like, where's our? Everyone's forgotten about the roundabouts.
Yeah.
The
and the tornadoes that are bringing
more
them.
important than the roundabouts right now.
Oh, you know what's funny though? Ethan pointed this out to me earlier. There's someone posted a picture of like a newspaper from, I guess it was January 27th when Kobe died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that on like the same page of the newspaper, like just to the left of the article about him, it says like scientists working towards cure for coronavirus.
Yeah, I saw that shared out
Something
too
like that.
today. I don't know if it was real or not.
Yeah. Well, but it's been around since December.
Well, yeah. And I remember, I remember hearing about it right after the turn of the year.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately, other people didn't bother listening that should have.
Well, I don't know that would have changed anything. That the vaccine.
I'm not the vaccine, but if back in January somebody would have said, "Oh, this is actually a serious thing," again. If we had different leadership.
If we had different leadership, what I think would have happened.
We would have had those test kits from the start.
Well, that makes a huge difference. But the fact that there was a vaccine like in clinical trials back in, December or January wouldn't have changed what is going on now because
you need like 14 months.
Because if this pandemic hadn't occurred, they would still be in clinical trials right now. The fact that we're getting some of these testing kits earlier and whatnot is solely because of this pandemic. They're noticing that, and it's not even so much that a lot of people are going to get sick. A lot, people get sick from the flu every year. We still can't keep up with that. People get colds people get pneumonia every year. Even people who get the vaccines still get these things.
The
point is,
I didn't even mean. I didn't even mean like, oh, we could have done something to prevent it. I just think it's funny looking back, like the whole world was like, oh my God, Kobe Bryant died, and if it's real, right next to it was this tiny little glimpse of what was to come that has turned everything upside down,
But having said that, had we had a leader who saw the right, because like what we're seeing now is hindsight. And everybody's acting in hindsight in this administration. So if we had administration that saw the writing on the wall, they would have said stuff and they would have been laughed at because it wasn't happening here. Like they're like, people in China are dying. Like this is a really big thing. So don't travel or limit your travel or use these precautions. And they would have been laughed at because
I don't know idiots. Because when the SARS thing happened, like. That got to Canada. It didn't really make it into the U.S. much, but I remember when SARS was happening, nobody was laughing. People were like, "They better keep that shit out of this country."
Yeah,
but I don't remember it stopping how any of us lived our lives. Is my point?
No, because it didn't spread this far. Because
that's what I'm saying.
They had the leadership.
We had to get the positive cases for anyone to want to do anything about it. And because our country is broken up into 50 little governments, and every governor is legislating their state how they see fit, the ones that are at zero are like, okay, we see what's happening here, we see what's happening there, we're not going to let it hit us. But it had to hit someone for someone to do something, is my point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also I totally agree, but even today, so Governor Wolf, Philadelphia had the stay-at-home order, and then today Governor Wolf expanded that to 6 more counties. Well, just make it but just everything they're doing since this started is reactive. They're not proactive. Shut down the state or do a nationwide stay-at-home shelter in place.
He tried to shut down non-essential businesses last week and was threatened to be sued by the Republican Assembly in this state. He can't.
Fine.
He can't do anything. He does stuff. It just gets turned over.
Let them sue him. In the meantime, there need to be cops and National Guard out there making sure that people are staying where they're supposed to.
But
and I know last week I was the one saying oh yeah, you should.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. So I won't even say that because you know.
I know. I even said right after the podcast last week, I said to Yajaira, I contradicted myself in there. I was kind of a total hypocrite, and I hate that.
Yeah, I don't know. But we...
But at the same time, I'm at least grateful that I live in an area now where I feel like the governor is looking out for the people that he's doing his job. He's making decisions that are supposed to benefit us, and it's not, and maybe I'm saying that because it's kind of a double-edged sword.
You've had a Republican governor most of your life.
Yeah, that too. But because I don't have to stay home from work, I'm not losing money. I will tell you this, I'm not making any more money because of this. I am putting myself at risk. I am putting my family at risk. And I'm not getting anything extra than anything. I don't work on commission. I don't get hazard pay. One of the residents bought us pizza. Thank you, Dr. Resident. That was nice of him. It was Domino's, and wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. But it's not like when things go to shit, you'll see other industries that pop up, and you're like, oh, they're getting all these like incentives for going above and beyond. I am not. And I don't anticipate seeing that.
No,
and
of course not.
I think we'll probably, when this is all said and done, they're going to thank us like they always do with like an ice cream party. Like we're fucking third graders.
Or he's going to shut
Right.
You said too much.
Oh.
You've said too much.
We're just gonna edit that out of the official version.
So I don't have the same frustrations that other people have, and I get it. Like people that normally go to work or their kids go to school, and all of that has come to a standstill. So they're missing pay, and if they can't find the one thing that they need in the grocery store, because there's idiots that are out there that are buying 6 months worth of food, because they're afraid of what might happen. So I don't have those types of frustrations. My frustrations are on the opposite side, that I don't have a choice. I have to go to work. I have to be there. I have to put myself at risk. And if not me, my colleagues are in those situations. So, but at least I think the governor is doing the right thing to keep the numbers down. And he's doing, he's trying. Not like, other places where they see the writing on the wall and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's, honestly, that's also the kind of the point I was making last week about the guy who was, he refused to self-quarantine himself, and so the sheriff surrounded his house. My point was that how can you refuse to self-quarantine? If it's a self-quarantine, isn't that your decision? So what I was trying to say last week too was like the governor needs to make this decision and make it real. So it's not like, oh yeah, you just go home and stay home and it's the honor system, use your best judgment. No, these people aren't fucking doctors.
Right.
They think their bullshit meeting or, having to go down to the gas station like me to buy cigarettes is more important than somebody's life. So you need our leadership to say, look, assholes, stay the fuck home.
Well, and then it brings up an interesting point, because the same way that we're relying on our government to keep us, quote, healthy, or to make decisions that are imperative to our health. By that, the other side of that coin is I don't want my governor making decisions about my health. I don't want our government making decisions what's best for me. That's between me and my doctor.
Right, but
and the doctor isn't the law, and the law isn't the doctor.
Right, but in a situation like this, I mean, obviously people aren't smart enough to make their own decisions. They can't get in to see a doctor, or they don't have a doctor. They can't get in. Urgent cares and ERs are turning them away because, like you said, of their age, even if they're symptomatic, or I just heard a story about someone who's due to give birth in like 2 or 3 weeks, and the hospital told her, like, everything's going to be fine, but your husband cannot enter the hospital.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
So like, when things are that messed up, I think there has to kind of be somewhat of a blanket policy, like, look, this is how it has to be for now. Otherwise, it's, people people see their neighbors driving out of their driveway, like, well, they're doing it. Why can't I do it?
Right, but you don't know where your neighbor's going.
Your neighbor might just be getting in the car to go drive for an hour and then come right back home. Just
get out of the house
to see something different. I mean, they're still in their car, or he could be driving to go walk a random trail in the woods 6 feet away from everything. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets kind of hairy, where you're like, where do you draw that line, or where do you, how far of a reach do you let the powers that be get into your personal life? Because I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying that there are two sides we have to look at this. We can't be like, well, rules are rules, and this is what they said, because then it sets a precedence for the future. And
no, I know. I just think in an ideal world, people would all be smart enough to own that responsibility of my health is between me and my doctor. But no, people are complete and utter dolts.
Here's the perfect explanation as to why there's so little hope for this. I have so little hope in a country that single-handedly brought back the measles and the mumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your anti-vaxxer saying now? I haven't heard a peep out of you.
Exactly.
In like a month. None of you had nothing to say about nothing.
Nope.
So we'll
they're all having chickenpox parties. They're going to start having COVID-19 parties pretty soon.
Yeah.
Let's just all get it together.
And then they can all jump in the Snickers hole.
Yeah.
But
to make America happy.
we did you guys do that? Have chickenpox parties? Because we did it.
No. You just got them from the in fact, I didn't actually even get the chickenpox until I was in high school. I ended up getting it from my brother. I mean, like on the bus, I sat next to like in like middle school and elementary school, sat next to like 3 people that got them when I was in school with them. And I did not get him until like it was the summer after my freshman year of high school. I was
that doesn't
working.
Tell you something about your health and resiliency. I don't know what does.
And my brother got it, and then I ended up catching it from him.
Yeah, no, I know I got it. I want to say me and my brother got them like at the same time, and I had a lot of cousins, and we were all very close in age. There was probably 10 to 15 of us, and they were like, "Oh, if one got it, just let's all get together and let them all get it." And because back then there wasn't the vaccine wasn't around.
Oh, there's a vaccine for chickenpox now?
Yeah,
I thought that was just a rite of passage.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I started working where I'm working.
Yeah.
Until you started doctoring, and now you figured out.
Yeah, now that you're a doctor.
You know what? Right, I think you should call up the president and tell him that the chickenpox vaccine will work for this, and he'll go out and just say it on TV without any.
And then you'll get.
You're probably right.
Yeah, you'll probably get promoted.
Dr. Dieter Peter.
You'll be Dr. Surgeon General Dieter Peter.
That's right.
You'll be on those new commercials with that guy.
And then you'll have to wear the shirt. You'll have to make him a new shirt.
I'll have to make you a new shirt since we do have you a shirt now.
Oh yeah, can you pull that up and just show the fans so they know what?
Yeah. Well, brand new. You have to go back to the main page. Brand new product up on the Dinner with Schmucks threadless shop is our Dr. Dieter t-shirts.
Boom.
I'm going to find it. I swear.
Yeah, this is going to take a little bit for her to do.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about something. So we're obviously incapable of talking about anything unrelated to Corona. So
we tried.
Yeah. Where should we take this now?
Down to Funky Town?
Yeah. I'm down for some Funky Town.
I ever told you how much I hate touchpads?
Do you?
And this is why I
what's yours called? A trackball?
To this day, still use a trackball.
Yeah.
There we go. And I have a touch screen.
Yeah. The touch screen is different than a trackpad.
True.
Two true?
I tried to say true, but 2 came out.
Gotcha. Like couple 2 tree?
Yeah, a couple 2 tree. Give me a couple 2 tree hot dogs. Get some
people talk like that here. I've heard that.
Maybe get me a sandwich up the Einen.
Up the Einen.
What's the Einen?
Then I got to head over to Troop.
Where Sugarman's is. That's Einen.
Oh, that city, that little town.
Yeah,
okay.
You say I'm going up the Einen.
City is a generous word, but yeah.
Village.
Don't you live in a village? Dieter? Isn't that a village up there, like the village of Palmyra or something? Or is that a township?
Well, technically, I mean, my mailing address is Hawley, where I am now. But like where I lived in high school, that was the village of Uswick. And
it sounds like something somewhere a hobbit would live.
Well, yeah.
Right. And then even before that, the first place I lived was Lakeville, and that's the village of Lakeville.
The village of Lakeville, which
yes.
is the village of a lake.
Dieter Scher says you need to buy one of those T-shirts and wear it to work.
Dr. Dieter.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Under your scrubs.
Yeah. No, just the T-shirt.
Give us
just the T-shirt.
Yeah, that's all you need. You walk in there to work.
White socks.
You just Winnie the Poohing it.
Wait, I think I want a swig of that one.
What'd you
No,
want
maybe
to do?
just that bottle of water, please.
You want more water?
Sorry. Yes, I'm like a camel.
I need to get water too. So I came in here right before we started, and I had a glass of water on the floor, and I kicked it and knocked it over.
Well, that's just not.
But I grabbed a towel. Yeah, I cleaned it up. Sorry, Mom.
He's got jammed.
Retro jammed.
Yeah, your headphones stretched out.
Yeah,
far
but
now. What'd you say?
Thanks for watching, Shay.
Oh yeah, thank you for tuning in. And you too can get a Dr. Dieter T-shirt at dinnerwithschmucks.threadless.com. Give us some support. Threadless is doing something real cool for all the people who sell designs on there. They've actually cut back some of their fees on their end to pass a little more to the designers and shop owners themselves. So you give us some support here on the dinnerwithschmucks.threadless.com. The new Dr. Dieter T-shirt is up. There's this. I also have them. I don't know why it didn't show up. I might not have actually hit publish yet. But they're also on like red and some different colors
I like this one though.
Yeah. So
clearly I like that one.
You can see what that logo's taken from.
Yeah.
It just works.
Wait, what?
Are you serious?
No.
And then underneath,
I was like,
underneath in the fine print,
did you
hard
fix
to
it?
see. It says, "You got something to show me? I'll take a look at it."
Nice. You added it. I can't even high five you. Give me your elbow.
You can high five me. We live in the same house.
Oh yeah.
We share the same.
Sleep
bed.
in the same bed.
We do a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
With our stuff.
Oh.
So.
With our bits and pieces.
Kibbles and bits.
You put parts of your body inside parts of her body.
Allegedly. Actually, it's the other way around. But yeah.
Too, just because. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nice.
So dinnerwithschmucks.threadless.com. Are we wrapping this? Is that what we're doing now? Does anybody else have anything new?
I got nothing. My whole life has been canceled. My schedule is wide open.
Yeah,
I'm gonna live like how normal people live. I'm gonna go to work and come home, and that's it.
I got lots of gigs coming up. Oh no, I don't. Never.
I was gonna say, are you kidding?
No.
It was the meme I shared out on our Facebook group. By the way, if you guys are listening and you're not already part of the Dinner with Schmucks Facebook fan group, go find us on Facebook.
Can we change the name of it?
To what?
To like Dinner with Schmucks, Superfan Schmuckaroo.
No, that's too long. It could just be Dinner with Schmucks. Enjoy.
No, boo. Never.
You're still working on that. Enjoy.
It's not work. It's never going to be a thing.
But the fan group over there is a cool little.
Yeah, I actually have a quarantine bingo going on. So
that's true.
If you want to play the game, I'm like one.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm one check mark away from bingo. I got to polish out the rest of my snacks here.
The meme I posted on there the other day, and I did it for our musicians friends, which a lot of them, and I think Rory was doing it like right now. But a lot of these guys, the musicians we've had on the show, I know Fable's done some, are doing live streams now. Obviously, they can't play. You know, it's hitting everyone a lot differently, and people like that who make their money playing gigs in bars are really hit right now. Mike actually from Alabach Photography just posted something today that he went to his studio today, got his hard drives, you know, all the stuff for the photos, and he brought it all to turn the lights off, turn the heat off in the studio.
Oh, wow.
You know, hopefully he's right down there in like the epicenter of all this shit too.
Yeah.
So
well, I think that like technically the nation's epicenter is New York City.
Well, yeah,
and we're close enough to
He's
that.
in the epicenter of Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's why, like I said, Monroe County got that, say, because it borders New Jersey, which got the direct artery right to New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people live right there because, it's a direct access to the city.
Yeah. Anyway, so I posted this meme. It was a kid, like a little league kid playing baseball at the plate and like swinging the bat, and it said
with all his little might.
It's like with all like, ooh, summer gig season is coming up, whatever, and then it's got the picture of the ball hitting him in the nuts, and it just says coronavirus.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So join our Facebook group. We've given up on the MeWe thing, so we're back to pushing.
Don't
the
make
Facebook
such
group.
a thing. It's not going to be a thing.
But our Facebook
But I do
group is
get a
thing.
lot of stuff on. Not going to say a lot of stuff, but like it always boggles my mind how, because I don't know how a lot of these operate. Just like with the Fitbit thing, I don't know how to request friends on Fitbit, but I keep getting requests and I keep getting people sending messages to me, and it's the same thing on MeWe.
I got a request today on MeWe, and the person's name had BBC in it.
Hey-o.
That might be because they're a fan of the podcast.
That might be, yeah. Maybe they're fans of the British Broadcasting Corporation. No, it's probably
Joe's watching. Wasn't that her episode that we talked about that?
No, I don't think so. I think that was the one when Jess was on. I think that was
maybe you're right.
Rice is Rice, because that was the one we started cutting up that day, and there was a lot of big black cock talk in that one.
Oh boy.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Dieter was just saying it like every 3 words.
Nice.
Or was it the British Broadcasting System?
Big black cock.
Oh, you're making fun of my Cockney accent?
Yes, quite.
That was like
Australian?
a little Australian.
Put another shrimp on the barbie. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Horrible.
Me too.
So other than that, I don't think we have much else going on. We, tonight we were all supposed to be sitting here and listening to CJ Supreme spit some rhymes.
Like, hang in there, buddy. We're gonna get you out here.
We're still coming for you.
Yeah. Yep. So unfortunately, that would have come out next week. We postponed that. We've had to postpone.
I think we're pushing everything out
Gus
until like
Savage.
May
Yeah,
or
right
something,
now we're kind of just pushing it. We'll see. Like I said,
we're not going anywhere.
When
we're
they
just
let
gonna
us,
be hunkered down.
let us have some people over, we'll have the biggest party of 4 people come over.
Listen, Cinco de Mayo is going to be lit when this is all said and done.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another big date before Cinco de Mayo coming up.
Yeah, Cinco de Cuatro.
Besides Easter?
Cinco de Cuatro.
Oh, Cinco de Cuatro? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I don't think that's what he's referring to. That's what I'm referring to.
But I don't know people that party down on Easter, and I can't think of another
I'm talking
holiday.
about Topher B's
your birthday extravaganza. Well, your birthday's right in the middle of this, so we won't.
And so is his.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
His is the day after Easter, I think, right?
Yeah,
your birthday's what, the 14th or the 15th?
13th.
13th. That's close.
Special K.
Oh, Special K's the 15th.
Jenna,
yeah.
14th. Is that what it was?
Something like there's a whole rash of birthdays.
April's a busy birthday month, so get those Dr. Dieter t-shirts for all of your friends.
Yeah.
Be the hit people at your next birthday party when the coronavirus is over.
When it's all
everyone needs to just show up at their birthday parties with nothing but Dr. Dieter p-shirts for their people.
P-shirts.
P-shirts. That's a shirt you have to wear with your arm like this, so you make a P.
Ah.
It's a P-shirt.
I thought you meant it's one you just wear just to go pee in.
That's every shirt for me.
Yeah.
Because I pee every 30 seconds.
Yeah, look, you didn't have to get up once. Or do you have like a bottle that we can see?
Because I spilled my water, so I'm not...
so you're not hydrated.
Yeah, but I went like 3 times.
He's got
the 10
garden
minutes
hose
before we started.
And like those, and a rubber band just tucked around it, and then the garden hose just goes out the window.
No, I've just been peeing in my pants the whole time.
Outside of his window, there's just a big yellow spot.
Where the grass stops growing.
There's a big yellow spot right in front of me.
Don't eat that yellow snow.
I don't intend on it.
All right, guys.
On that note.
Yellow snow damned.
I miss you guys. I hope I get to see you soon.
Guys.
Yeah, hopefully this will
and
be
your tapeworm
over soon.
That's right.
We had a lot of leftovers, which I think we wouldn't have had if you were here, man. Seriously.
Of course not.
This is true. This is very
true. I'm a pig.
But DieterWinterly.com?
Yeah, I guess if you really are that bored.
You know what you should do? You should go on Zoom and charge people and play Careless Whisper.
I could do that. I don't think I'd make any money.
Dude, you should do a Facebook Live and just play the saxophone for tips.
Yeah, for tips.
Dude, Do you honestly think, first of all, you two are my only friends. So unless you're going to put some money in, I'm not going to make a dime.
I think I could spare 15 cents.
Aw.
She's still working, so.
You really are my best friend.
Chugging.
That was good.
You're sweating from drinking so much.
No, I'm not sweating. That was just a water, like a milk mustache, but made of water.
Cher says good night. Good night, Cher.
Good night, Cher. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for your support.
Get your t-shirts. So, highstickcreative.com. If you guys have anything you need done.
Anything.
This time.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to draw what you got to show Dieter.
So he can see it.
It's a win-win. Yeah.
And our dinnerwithschmucks.com. You know where to find us. And
yes. The all-new Dinner with Schmucks new and improved Schmuckaroo website.
Again, for you guys listening on Facebook Live, this episode will be out on Monday. And the following week, we have, like I said, a great episode. We recorded a couple weeks ago, Dieter, Vince, and I. Very cool, chill podcast. Very informative, very out there. Definitely
Don't be scared.
Think we have a few people I know right off the bat that are going to enjoy it immensely.
Cool.
And
looking forward.
You mean besides us?
Yeah, besides us. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it putting it together. It was good.
I enjoyed doing it.
I brought back a little bit of the old school jelly. You need my drink now too?
I just need a swig.
It's just like a swig of that bottle.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
We brought back some old school jelly with the original intro song, which just so happens.
Oh yeah.
That Vince plays that guitar riff in that song. So
nice.
You'll get to hear the podcast with the man who recorded that guitar riff.
I'm looking forward to it.
He is the man.
The man.
And that's it for me.
All right. Well, good night, Schmuckaroos. Until next time.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in live.
Bye, Dr. Dieter from On Location in a Box.
Yeah, Dr. Dieter.
Yes.
Hashtag Dieter in a Box. Hashtag social distancing in Hawley, PA.
Hashtag alone together.
And we are here in the Dinner
That's a good song, by the way.
Dinner with Schmucks podcast studio. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try.
Part of the Moon Pigeon Podcast Network.
It sort of worked. It sounded like you turned your mic off and forgot to turn it back on.
Way to go.
Are you giving us the Hitler salute right now?
It froze.
Oh, no. I did this.
And it's going to freeze again.
All right. We'll talk to you guys. Let me see if I put some music on last week for everybody at the end of this. I don't remember what it was, so... we'll talk to you guys.
I think you need to get Kenny Rogers. I just checked in to see what condition my condition was.
I do have that, yes. R.I.P. Kenny Rogers. I know.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, man.
Well, I'm like, what can we talk about besides coronavirus? And Dieter's like, Kenny Rogers died. I go,
that was me.
Okay, you said it. I go, something upbeat.
Yeah, that's right.
You weren't very specific. You said non-coronavirus.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will talk to you later on down the road.
Good night, Schmuckaroos.
Namaste, you guys.
Bon appetit, Wolfgang Schmucks.
This has been another episode of the Dinner with Schmucks podcast. If you like what you heard, you can find us on social media, facebook.com/dinnerwithschmucks. We are Dinner with Schmucks on Instagram and at DWS Podcast on Twitter. If you want to connect with us old school, you can send us an email, dinnerwithschmucks@gmail.com. We may even give you our mailing address. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review on iTunes. Oh, and make sure you tell a friend. Until next time.